Hello, my name's David. Welcome to my first reaction video. I've been watching this channel for a few years now. I honestly didn't know what to put up first, so I figured this. I have a Patreon. Later, I'll put it down below. On that Patreon, I have I will make a list on what to vote. If you're interested or like the videos, the vote will be what videos to watch and probably more videos than on YouTube. YouTube at least once per day. Alright, and what else? And I think that's it. Alright, and let's start the video. Oh, and the channel is called Modern Dating here. Go ahead and check them out.
God is great.
Is it that simple?
God is great. Don't get no simpler than that, bro.
Did you know that? I mean, everybody knows that, but the way you know it now, did you know it before that incident took place?
You can know it all you want, but until you got to pick up that cross that you can't carry.
So let me get this straight. You propped up that phone, went up there, got your baby, came down 3 or 4 steps, and then in turn posted it online hoping that the internet would be mad at the man that watched you pick up your child. Mind you, I'm a firm believer that something can't be that much of a struggle if you have time to set up a camera and record it. Would it have been nice if he helped you? Sure. I can't never deny that. It would have been a nice gesture. But if he chooses not to exercise that option, this should not be an issue either.
I don't know if you noticed, but besides the other people walking around, there was a security guard standing right next to her, and he also didn't help. I think the reason he didn't offer is that he assumed she was making content, and he was right. He clearly understood that stepping in might disrupt the video she
Good job, security guard.
was trying to record. Someone who genuinely was in need wouldn't be going up and down the stairs just to set up a camera. That was a clear sign she wasn't really struggling, and that's probably why he just stayed where he was and let her do her thing. It seems like she made that video to prove that guys aren't as gentlemanly as they used to be, but at no point did she actually ask for help, so what exactly was her point? People really should normalize communicating when they need something, because that's the most effective way to get it, as not everyone feels comfortable jumping into someone else's business just because it looks like they might be having a hard time. And this was a perfect example of it. She had a full-on film setup, yet somehow expected a random stranger to assume she needed assistance.
Alright, before we go in here, I forgot to... Dang it, what was it again? Okay. Let me know down below in the comment section if there's something. If my video need to be improved, volume, so on and so on. Let's continue.
When you say I don't chase women, my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man. You likely aren't making plans. You aren't initiating conversation. Your text messages are really dry. What are you doing? Are you wanting the woman to chase you? Because if that's the case, then you probably aren't even into women. You're probably into men. I just don't get it when men say things like this. You probably don't text first in the morning. You don't say good morning. You don't say good night. You don't check in. Like, you want to be single. That's what you should be. If you're not pursuing a woman, then you want to be a woman. Like, this is the problem with guys nowadays. They're so fucking feminine that they want the women to do their job. No.
When we say we're not chasing, we simply mean that we expect some level of reciprocation before we engage. We're not going to keep putting in effort while the other person just sits back and does nothing. The days of doing all the work are over. Guys are getting wiser now. We've learned that if a woman doesn't return the same energy, it usually means she's not interested. So what's the point? No woman makes things difficult for the man she truly wants, and that's just a fact. There is no point in wasting time and resources on someone who's probably into someone else. Unless she clearly shows that she wants it, it's not going to happen. Guys are simply matching the energy they're given. Most of us don't mind pursuing, but chasing is a whole different story.
Is your dad or grandpa bald? Then you need to watch this. My dad had a thinning crown. Then I started noticing a similar bald spot that everyone
is a whole different story. We can't keep going after people who are clearly running away.
I know this is gonna sound mean, but I just need to rant for a minute. Do ugly guys have more confidence than hot men? Because why did I go out dancing last night and the only guys with the balls to come and chat me up were 2s and 3s? And I am not saying that I'm a perfect 10, a goddess of a woman, but I would like to think that I could pull a man who's hotter than the living embodiment of a toe fungus, and yet that's who's coming and flirting with me. And so men, I need y'all to weigh in. I need attractive men specifically to weigh in. Are y'all shy? Is that what the tea is? Are you already booed up? Or are you just so fine that you don't need to approach a woman because they just automatically come up to you? I'm confused. I would like some insight.
This is a perfect example of what happens when people are clueless about where they actually stand in the dating world. She called the guys who approached her 2s and 3s and couldn't understand why they had the confidence to talk to her, considering she sees herself way out of their league. But what she doesn't know is that most guys are actually pretty realistic about their dating options and where they stand. So if those guys felt like she was someone they could approach, chances are they're probably on the same level. A lot of people don't know this, but most guys usually go for women who are more or less within their league. So if she finds that only ugly guys are approaching her, maybe that's something she should reflect on, because for whatever reason, those are the only guys she seems to be attracting, and that says a lot.
I can fix any marriage in 3 months so long as the man does these 3 things.
All right.
The first is that he rejects the idea of 50-50 partnerships. From now on, his money is their money, her money is her money. If he finds that that's unequal, tough shit. Welcome to reality. Number 2 is that he will no longer be emotionally reactive to her. No discussions, no you hurt my feelings, I hurt your feelings. He's just going to...
Wait. Was this the other simp? Okay, I think that was the simp. Yeah. Better watch out for those. Never listen to simps.
listen, create a to-do list, and fix his own shit. He's not going to worry about hers. Number 3, he's going to take care of details so that she doesn't have to think or worry or plan. He's going to look at everything that they do together and do 90% of it. No more 50-50 anything. Because that's what he did when they were dating, in the early stages. So he's going to do that again if they're to save their marriage. Now, what about the woman? What about her responsibility? That's not a reality. So let's just skip that. That's bullshit. If he actually does those 3 things, it will save the marriage.
I agree with about half of what he said. I think he's right that we shouldn't get into full-blown arguments with our wives, and I also agree with the part where he said we should handle the small details so she doesn't have to. But I completely disagree with his take on money and the idea that a woman shouldn't have any responsibility in the relationship. Those last 2 points honestly make him sound like just another simp.
This channel and the other 2, there was a few channels I watched over the years. There's this 1 minute one I watch for 3 years now, ongoing. Yeah. Where were we? That reminder.
I disagree with his take on money and the idea that a woman shouldn't have any responsibility.
Oh, that's right. Women's responsibility. That's what I need that. Yeah, I heard in a relationship, at least a man and a woman has responsibility. Like, men go out, provide, work. Women take care of the home and the men and the kids and nurture stuff. Then cook the meals for the man. The family supports each other.
Responsibility in the relationship. Those last 2 points honestly make him sound like just another simp who's trying to be a pleaser just to be liked. When it comes to finances, how is he supposed to make real progress if only one income is in play? How are they supposed to invest or even go on holiday if everything has to come out of his pocket? It just doesn't add up, and that's why his theory falls apart. He clearly doesn't understand that when a woman genuinely cares about her man, she wouldn't mind contributing. She won't have any problem helping out. This whole simping mindset isn't going to get him very far.
Where the fuck is my husband? Like, we haven't even met and you're pissing me off this bad? What the fuck is your problem, man?
That was a good question. And the answer is simple. She probably already met him but didn't realize he was the one. It happens a lot in today's dating scene, where everyone believes there's someone better out there waiting for them. And
I would say gone, but yeah, the better answer. Yeah, gone. Trying to avoid you at all costs. Alright, moving on.
because of that, they're quick to dismiss someone who could actually be a great spouse just because they think the ideal person is still to come. That's the reality we're dealing with now.
If you are not willing to one day pay all the bills in your household 100%, then do not get a husband, okay? Because you never know what that man may go through, what may happen. He might lose his job, or he might just have an illness to where he cannot pay the bills. And y'all are just in it for the money. And I see it's not even about the person. And it's weird. And I get it. Y'all like, I'm not settling for no man that can't do nothing. Well, at first he was giving it all. And when he had a moment's elapse, you couldn't step in and say, hey, baby, I got it. Don't worry about it. That's weird to me, especially for someone you call your husband. Don't put that ring on your finger then.
She is correct, and this is exactly why those who base relationships on finance are using the wrong approach. It usually doesn't last because money isn't a solid foundation for a relationship. That's also why they're often the first to walk away when the money stops flowing like it used to. So what's the point? Things would have worked out better if they had chosen a partner based on something deeper than money, because that's when they'd be willing to stand by him if something happened and he couldn't pay the bills.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, would you want it to be something casual or fancy?
Alright. Talk about that.
Chosen a partner based on something deeper than money, because that's when they'd be willing to stand by him if something happened and he couldn't pay the bills.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, would you want it to be something casual or fancy?
Casual.
I don't really do dates. I don't like meeting new people. Ever since I got my heart broken once, never again. I don't go on dates.
Well, how did he break your heart?
He just beat me. That's it. He didn't let me go anywhere. He pistol whipped me. He broke all my phones. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. If someone gets beaten around with men and women in a relationship, I'm kind of curious why they don't leave. Just walk out. Okay. Please explain that in the comments. Thank you.
How long were you with him?
3 years.
What gave you the courage to leave that situation?
I still talk to him and I still want to get back together, even though he did it he fucked every friend I had. He insulted me in every way, and I would still go back.
What's making it so hard to leave?
But why? Just like
the dick and the love. And I'm just in love with everything. I'm crazy. I fell in love with everything about him. I would still want to be with him right now.
So you don't see that as a red flag in yourself, that you're going after the asshole? Or?
No, because my child, like, I would just say, growing up, I was shown love different. Like, that's love to me.
But what makes you think you don't deserve better?
Because I haven't found it better. Well, I have, but like, I was still in love with him. I would still think about him 24. Like, I don't know.
This video is hard to watch.
part of the reason I chose this video was this section right here. I mean, I haven't learned how to like edit videos, chop this part off, then maybe on the other. On this channel, and the other ones, there's some that are funnier than others. Alright, moving on.
And it really highlights why people need to take therapy seriously. You can see that she knows she deserves better, yet for some reason, she runs back to him whenever she gets the chance. She even admitted it herself. She wants to be with him, even though he hasn't treated her well. This is also one of the reasons some women struggle to be with a good guy when he shows up. because they're simply not used to someone who genuinely cares and does things for them without expecting anything in return. Instead, they often go back to someone like Chad or leave the good guy because they don't feel that same spark due to lack of drama. Based on the way she spoke about him, it's clear that the only reason they're not together is because he's no longer interested. That's just her reality. While a few good guys want to be with her, she's still chasing Chad.